What is going on, guys? It's your boy Sensei here with a video today because a Photoshop tutorial shows how to actually create a cool little sort of esport jersey / jersey mock-up here today, including a little presentation image for like your website or a portfolio site. And yeah, if you haven't tried apparel designing, it might be something you might honestly love like to bits. If you guys want to like work shapes, it's just a fun little concept. I want to show you guys how to do it, and let's just get this thing going. Of course, just 75 likes on the video, you can see it down below as always, and let's just run it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Alright guys, so today's video is actually sponsored by Yellow Images. If you guys have no idea who these individuals are, we'll be talking about them more at the end of the video. However, they house the most exclusive graphic assets, for example, photorealistic PSD mockups like we're using in today's video, being the jersey. Also, they're so very kind of us to give us 100 coupons for 30% off your first purchase. So the first thing you're going to be seeing in today's video is the mockup. So if you guys would like to purchase it, you can get 30% off using the code in the description down below. And yeah, thank you very much to Yellow Images, and we're just going to kill this video. Let's do it. Alright, this is going right here, right now. So this is my little example that I already have. I'm probably going to try to like replicate this at least somewhat close for the tutorial, but this is the example if you guys were to use, example when you guys open it from a Yellow Images. If you guys were to use this one, super clean, super cool, super like fit. You can see the cool little shadows. I'm personally be turning off, how do you say this right here, which is the smarts. I'm going to leave it like this. Now, just because I know everyone cannot purchase something, I'm going to be using, you guys can be using as well, this free little one that I found on Google. I believe it's like close to the same resolution when it comes to like how big it is. However, it's not as athletic, I would say, and like the shadows and highlights are not as, I guess, deep as you'd probably imagine or like them to be. But for aesthetic reasons, I think this is fairly close to what this one is right here. Like when I say close, I mean it's very hard to find a free one that looks like the one right here, but I mean this works. It's free, you cannot complain, and it's from TR Design Me. Of course, a little shout out to you, all your socials and all that good stuff. This is a little bit different when it comes to like colors don't like show up as well, but I'm just gonna show you guys. If you guys want to use it, you guys want to highlight, hold Control on your keyboard, click on the actual thumbnail of the actual body, right? You can click on it, make a new layer. Then of course you can make different sort of like shapes if you guys want to put shapes in there. However, if you guys want to just kind of change the entire thing into full color, you all you have to do is just double click on the body, okay? Right? You take your color overlay, you click on it, and you just kind of just mess around with it, right? So you can see how like super vibrant reds don't really come out very well, so be careful with colors, but that's also the limitations when it comes to the free mock-up here. It's just it's limiting your color choices, and colors basically everything on a jersey when it comes to if you want to make it really cool and different. But if I go to here, right, the same kind of concept here. Now you can go to parts right here, just like so. You can turn that on, right? Now if you want to hold press V on your keyboard, which is the move tool, right, that first tool, if you hold Control and you select, you'll see that it selects different parts. Actually, it doesn't do that until you lock highlights, just like so, and lock shadows, just like so. Now when you hold Control, it'll select the first thing that picks up the pixel that's on that same exact click. So if you hold Control, you click on yellow, you'll see it moves to yellow, purple moves to purple, boom, etc, etc, etc. So if I want to say the body, let's click on this, go to this, what is that noise? Click on this thumbnail right here, right? If I go to red, I make the same saturated red. You can see it does hold it a little bit more better. I would say like super saturated red is kind of weird, but still looks pretty clean. It still looks, yeah, actually that looks like elite. Damn, orange looks dope. But yeah, if I lower it, you can start to see those shadows really come in. Even if you lower to a really like, how do you say, like a small hint of color in there, you can still see the small hint of color. I mean, gosh, that looks freaking dope. Also, can I have pics like that? Is that a thing? Okay, so press OK. So it's super simple to actually change the color. So I'm going to change the color to like the same color scheme I had here, which is like black, gray, red, etc. I'm going to do the same exact thing like right now. Let's just do that. Alright, so as you can see, filling the actual color is not hard whatsoever. Now, once you guys are done with that, let's say you want to put actually cool little shapes on the actual tummy or the belly or whatever, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just say, you can do is if you actually have the parts needed right above the highlights and the shadows, you can actually select the individual pieces, like I said before, right? You just go over here, magic wand tool, you click on it just like so. I'm actually going to click on these two. That way everything is selected because I want this to all be the same color. Even though technically this is like the back wrinkle or whatever, I still want to fill it in, okay? Now I'm going to make a new layer, make sure I make it below the highlights and the shadows, just like so. Now I'm going to take my pen tool, take this shape, and just kind of go around the actual mock-up, connect it, right-click, fill path, okay? Contents, black, press OK, right-click, delete path, and now we have ourselves a nice little shape. Now to get rid of the marquee tool thing right here is Control D, Or if you press M on your keyboard, which is the marquee tool selection, when you right click, it gives you the option to deselect, just so you guys know. I believe it actually gives you the option to use the pen tool as well. It doesn't. So make sure you guys press M, just so you guys know. Okay, so I'm gonna actually say this color right here needs to be like, maybe like right here. We'll make this color here. I'm gonna use Control U on my keyboard to change the gray levels just by changing the lightness. Right, I'm gonna make this a bit grayer. Right, make a new layer by actually, or make a copy of this either by pressing Control J on my keyboard, just like so, or taking the actual layer, holding Alt and dragging it below it, which I'm gonna do personally. Control T again, make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make this one pretty much like pure black. Okay, the third copy, we're gonna do it again. Make it a bit bigger as well. Make this one like a cooler gray. Looks pretty good. Now, if you want to erase, you just need to take your eraser and just kind of erase where it should not be. However, you want to do like a better way, I would say, if you guys want to kind of like, let's say if that's still like right there, you want to make sure it's super, super clean. You can go back to your actual parts needed, right? You click marquee tool, make sure you click on it just like so. Hide it. Go back here to your layer that's actually showing over things. Right click, select the inverse. Right, that selects everything around where you selected, right? And then you press delete on your keyboard, and then that'll delete very, very perfectly, which would be way better for, like, I guess you would say if you're doing it for like a client where they want to send it to an actual manufacturer and be like, hey, can you do this, etc., right? So it's like gray to like another secondary gray. Let's do that one as well. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and I'll do this kind of a little bit like that. I like that. It's pretty close to kind of how it is. Okay, does it go all over there? I think it does. Cool. So let's just say you have this little part done. All you have to do now to make other things is literally just kind of click and kind of put them on. So I'm gonna take my pen tool. I'm gonna say, yo, let's do this here. Let's go here. Let's go down here. All right, we'll do that one there. We'll say there's another one down here. Right, let's make sure this is like perfectly even on that line. Right, now what I'm doing now is, you'll see in a quick second once I finish this one, is making like these cool little shapes that you can add like the color of the actual color and kind of tie in the color scheme together. So I'm gonna right click. I should have probably saved the red, but I'm just gonna kind of use this one. I think this is fairly close. Right, this red here, press OK. When I fill in the path, drop down, or excuse me, right click, delete path. You can see nice little lines going in here now. I'm just gonna put in the logo really quick. All right, logo, dropping in. Just like, even, by the way, if you like zoom in, you can see the actual pattern and the actual mock-ups kind of texture of the actual shirt is on the logo already. Like if you want to put the logo like dead smack here, it works kind of thing. All right, I'll make the logo smaller. Now, of course, I'm gonna change it up a little bit now. I'm gonna put this like right here for now. Okay, but I'm gonna say, yo, what if I want to put like something cool in the arms? Like, what would I do? What would I do? Let's just say on this left arm, we're gonna make a new layer. This is just me kind of going, just having fun with it. This is what I think you guys should be able to do, is just have fun with it like this, right? And we'll say it just kind of like goes down this way. That it's weird. It's weird. Let's just see if it works though. Like it might be a winner, right? Okay, right? If I just make a copy by literally just holding Alt, excuse me, holding Alt, Shift, dragging it over, holding Shift as well by holding Alt. So Alt holds it, so it makes it, of course, a duplicate, but Shifts holds it so whatever movement you move in that first axis is exactly where it stays. Press Control T, right click, flip it vertically, excuse me, horizontally. Okay. Go like so. Put that bad boy. See, the only problem is, how do I know where, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do I know where, like I said, like you guys know. Where, there he goes. Something like, no. Something like that? How do I know when it's even? There we go. And if I need to, just take my brush. It's not the same red as you can see, but I would like fix that accordingly. But that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go ahead and just say the color is not the same. I'm gonna go ahead and just say, let's go this. Let's go here. Change the color. Make sure it's perfect. Perfect. Now it's perfect. Same thing with this one. It should be perfect. Okay, boom. There. Added some red. That looks pretty freaking sick. Let's just actually try to add something else. I mean, this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Like right now, I can end the tutorial by now, but I'm just kind of having fun with it. I want to put in, I have no idea. Maybe like I put in like a circle down here, like a cool little ellipse. I'll just make this red. Does that look weird? I mean, it looks weird. What if I made it black? Yeah. I mean, I think I should just stop here. I'm having a little bit too much fun with this, but of course I want to show you guys how to, of course, do the actual presentation image of it. But this is how I imagine you guys should be and just having fun with it. Of course, if you make a really, really cool concept, you end up actually using or posting it for like a team that might actually be interested. They could buy it off of you, the mock-up, have them actually really design it, etc. You have no idea, or it's just like I said before, a fun way to, of course, how do you say, fill in your projects and just have fun with this. So I'm gonna take this here, move it into a different Photoshop document, which is gonna be, let's go with, let's just say it's like 1920 by 1080, I think, is like the move right here. If I file new, okay, where's my file new? Photoshop popped up finally. Okay, file new. Okay, we're gonna use 1920 by 1080, and we're gonna run this little sort of like jersey, English is hard, into here. Let's just do that now. All right, homies. So I'm gonna say, before you guys move your jerseys into your new document, I would suggest you guys go to your actual jersey group, right click on it, and use convert to smart objects. That way it kind of rasterizes it in a way, of course, where it's gonna be in one single layer. However, you can actually double click on this page again, and when it opens up, you'll see it opens up in that same sort of like vicinity like this, and you can go back into it, edit it, all that good stuff. However, of course, we don't really need to do that. We're pretty set right now, but if I drag it in here, and if I were to do the whole entire design, you say like, oh crap, the jersey's kind of messed up. Regardless, you just go back into it, you fix it inside there, and you're good to go. So I dragged it into my new document. I'm gonna go ahead and make this new document, or size it for my new document, so I'm gonna make it a little more smaller, okay? We're gonna go ahead and zoom. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Now I'm also gonna go ahead and use see my keyboards, the crop tool. For me, I like to kind of have it so that the actual presentation of it is kind of like it all fits in a nice little seamless way. And I would say the best way, English is hard. Take this, hold Alt, drag it from the left to the right, and I would say make a cool little sort of like more of a vertical box, not even really square, but more vertical, to kind of really complement the actual, of course, the vertical height of the actual product. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say, when it comes to your background, okay, listen clearly. When it comes to your background, to your actual presentation, please don't kind of distract, I guess, the viewer from it, and kind of like have the background be super, super loud, super noisy, super all over the place, and the foreground just kind of be like muted in a way, right? You want to make sure you kind of complement the actual, you want to make sure you complement the foreground being the actual jersey. So I'm gonna suggest you guys to do whatever design you did, right? Something like really cool. You take that subtle part of that design and put that in the background, right? I wouldn't suggest you guys to do this, which is kind of boring, which is, I'm gonna believe most of you guys are gonna do this, right? I'm gonna make this black for a second. Okay, make it a little darker. I'm gonna suggest most of you guys are gonna make a copy of it, drag it below, and do this, right? That's this boring, okay? What's not boring is something like that. Something like this is like, you tried, you gave it a little bit, I can actually prefer to give it a shadow too. Let's try that actually. So, I'm gonna do this same exact thing again. I'm gonna go ahead and make a new layer, pen tool, okay? I'm gonna make that same angle, okay? I'll go around. So for me, I'm gonna choose to use the same exact little sort of stripe line blocks. So for me, color, we're gonna go with red, fill that in. Okay, that looks pretty good already, kind of. I can make it a little darker and more saturation. A little bit. I'm okay with that. Move it down a little bit. So, same thing. Hold Alt, take that layer, you drag it below it, make a duplicate of it. Then I'll make this black by taking the saturation, lowering it down. Take my lightness down to make it a little more darker. Something like that. We'll do the same thing once again right here. And this one will be a little more gray, because this one in the middle, I'm actually going to make it so it's more darker, like so. Now, since the line here, I'm making too many duplicates, it's going to get, of course, fuzzy. So make sure you guys go ahead and go into it again and copy that same exact line, but also make sure you make that nice little smoother or more, how do you say, higher quality next shape. So make another new layer. You take this, stroke path. I want to do fill path. Drop down color. And go ahead and use like a nicer grayish tone, something like that. Hell yeah. I'm gonna do the same exact thing before. I'm gonna take my logo from over here. I'm just gonna go back into this. Okay? Not my logo, but my team's logo. Into here. Okay? Go like so. Put that right here. I'm actually gonna clip mask this logo into that part right here. Nice little subtle thieves right here in the background. Make it white. Okay? I'll take this, just take the opacity. Lower it down. We're looking clean. We're looking clean now, right? Now, I'm not the best at shadows. However, let's just try a shadow out. Let's just say if we did like, how would we do this? Oh boy, what am I doing? I have no idea actually. I feel like it would be more like, just like there, no? You guys are laughing. I can hear some of you professional shadowers out there in life. Dude, I mean, you know, I'm not that. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the best shadow I've seen yet. Absolutely. Yep. Boom. It's like a circle. It should probably be an oval. Now we're thinking like waist, right? Okay. But I'm gonna leave it like that because I'm so scared to do it that I know it's not right, so I'm scared to go further. I'm gonna take this L while I have it, okay? Before I go to a whole other letter. We're gonna go ahead and say make it a little more smaller, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead now. This should probably be a little more gray now. So now that I say that, I can get, hey, yo, I can double click on this, right? Go back to this gray, boom. I feel like it should be a little darker, right? Boom. And all I have to do is press Control S, which is saving this smart image layer that we made from the beginning. Not changing this over here, by the way. Close it now. You'll see it makes it darker. So this is before, after. Heck yeah. So last but not least, putting in the title of the actual jersey mock-up, which would be 100 Thieves, right? And I'd like to put in jersey mock-up concept. Or should I put mock-up concept? I don't even know. Truthfully. Make that a little smaller. Put that bad boy right here. Okay, I'll make 100 Thieves white. There you go. And we got ourselves a nice, simple presentation image to go with our little jersey. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, if you guys are not apparel designers, it's okay. I'm not. As you guys can see, like it's not terrible, but it's not like super like freaking dope in a way. But in a way, it doesn't really matter because I'm just having fun, and you guys are putting in your portfolios. You can enjoy it. It can be something that kind of just, like I said, fills in your project, and you're like that person that just looks in your portfolio. It's like, yo, this guy can do some pretty cool mock-up stuff. I should pick him up because you know how to do multiple things. You never know until you know. But yeah, thank you guys so very much at Yellow Images for, of course, sponsoring this video here today. I'm going to, of course, give you guys more information on them right now. But I'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate you guys. And don't forget to leave a like on the video. Alright guys, thank you guys so very much for watching today's video here today. Of course, once again, Yellow Images being the highlight of today's video. I said in the beginning of the video, they're giving out 100 coupons for 30% off your first purchase. So that $15 PSC you guys saw that I'm using today's video, I think it's going to be like 11.5 if my math is probably incorrect. I suck at it, but it's super, super dope. Once again, super nice photorealistic mockups. Really, really dope PNG 360s. I cannot stress to you how much you guys want to know about 360 images. There's no more need to go to Google and type in like, I don't know, like if you're looking for like a specific object, like a desk, there's no reason to look for that perfect desk angle, but you can literally just find it right here. I promise you, you're not gonna skip a beat. And when it comes to super creative fonts, of course, they have you as well. And the coolest part is you guys can sell on the actual site as well. I mean, it's win-win, or be an affiliate as well if you guys want to do that too. But I mean, if you guys love really dope mockups, you love really dope PNGs, you love fonts, if that's something you use every day, if it's something you use every once in a while, at least come through to see if it's actually here first.